Hi guys, it's Colleen from Siempre Soul 1111 bringing you another video for this week. This reading is going to be for my earth signs, general love reading for you guys. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns. The format for the readings, my darlings, is heart space only, and it's past, present and future situation. And then at the end of the reading, I'll pull a couple of oracle cards. I just wanted to also say thank you to each and every one of you that's subscribed. I cannot believe that the channel's gone to over 100 subscribers already. It's just insane. So for each and every single one of you that's hit that button, thank you so much. I apologise I didn't get readings up last week. I had a crazy week with tests at the hospital and stuff, so it just I wasn't really in the right place to do it, but I'll do my best to try and get something up every week for you guys. But sometimes life does get in the way, you know. So right, let's look at this for my earth signs. Overarching energy, 8 of Wands, communication or travel for you guys. Got the King of Swords, mental stability surrounding this situation, speaking your truth. You're wondering whether surrounding this connection, whether the work and the effort that you've put in, whether it's going to come to fruition or whether that's right for you. Sevens are about reflection, so perhaps at this stage you're reflecting about this particular connection and whether it's right for you or not. With the Six of Pentacles also coming up here, tells me that you're not, there's not enough, the relationship is not balanced enough. Perhaps you're putting in more than you're getting back, and you're reaching a point where you may have to say something about that and speak your truth. I do feel that if you're not careful though, in the past situation here for you guys in your heart, that if that communication is too... Fire is passionate, okay, and swords are air. And when you mix those two things together, air will inflate fire in a really big way. So I feel a little bit like perhaps there has been a huge God Almighty row, and it's been a discussion about one of you putting in more work than the other, and this connection not being balanced. Because I've also got here the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is about, for me, passionate conflict. So whoever this person is, it's been the row that ended, all rows. This has been a really big clash of titans here for you guys, earth signs. I'm not seeing any cups in here yet, and so there's not a lot of emotion here. There's a lot of, the energy feels imbalanced. I feel like one of you has been doing a lot more than the other, earth signs, and that's been causing a hell of a lot of conflict, and the relationship and the energies in the relationship has not been very stable for a while. Let's look at the past outcome for you guys, and then we'll clarify the cards I've already spoke about. Yeah, the Devil. Yeah. So look, the past situation, this has been really toxic. Perhaps there's an element of feeling stuck in this situation as well, and I think you've reached a point, one of you, where you've just snapped. It's really crossed a line of, this has been very heated, very heated energy. Yeah. And look, you've got the Ten of Swords here clarifying the King of Swords. There's definitely been huge, like an explosive row here that's caused one of you in this connection, perhaps you earth signs, to feel really fucking heartbroken, excuse my language. But the Ten of Swords, as I said, I've said in many readings, this is my most painful energy in the deck, because you are truly feeling completely and utterly stabbed in the back. So whatever this conflict has been, it's been a bloody big deal and had a massive impact in your past situation. And getting the Ace of Swords here as a clarifier, for the Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords is about cutting out the bullshit. It can be about new cycles because they're an ace and it's a one, but it can also be about speaking your truth. So I do feel that one of you has just reached a point where you've said, you know what, I'm gonna say it to see it, whether you like it or not. And I think that there's been a lot of collateral damage in the process. King of Pentacles clarifying the Six of Pentacles, and again, that's about stability. So perhaps one of you stayed in the relationship because of financial stability, or perhaps just the connection is so volatile and erratic with that air and fire energy going around in this connection that perhaps one of you has just said, I just need some sense of calm. I just need this to simmer down and chill. Because the conflict can't be sustained all the time. And look, clarifying the Five of Wands is the Ace of Cups. So again, as I said, there was no cups in this reading at all. But now we've got some emotion coming in here, and perhaps that this will be a catalyst for massive change in the relationship. equal investment. Or perhaps, you know, it's been the disintegration of the relationship and it's now time to put number one first. You know, overcoming that conflict and saying, do you know what? Enough. Drawing a line in the sand. Let's take a look at the present situation for you guys, Earth signs. To see what's going on there. We might be able to glean a little bit more of what's happening in this situation. But whatever this is, you know, whatever circumstances is in the past, this is, it's been fairly toxic, without doubt, and angry. You know, perhaps there's like old resentments coming to fruition. Perhaps it's just not enough give and take, not enough equal investment. I don't know, take what resonates with you guys. But there's definitely, you know, new beginnings coming. You've got two aces in that past situation, so there's definitely change of foot for you guys. Let's take a little look what the present situation is telling us. Ready? Let's go. Overall, overarching energy for the present situation. 5 of Cups, crying over spilt milk. 5s are about conflict. This person, you know, hasn't seen what you've been offering them for a while. And it's making you feel, I'm feeling taken for granted. That's what I'm feeling at the moment. Yeah, look, there's been a hell of a lot of burden surrounding this connection. I feel like almost like you've been carrying this relationship for a long, long time. And you've reached a point where it's just, I deserve better. You know, I want better, I want more. You want emotional fulfillment in addition to, you know, the financial stability. And it's taken a lot of courage, I feel, for you to step forward and speak your truth on this. But you've got 2 10s here with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. And again, Swords are about thoughts. Wands are about actions. So I almost feel like that cycle is nearing an end. And, you know, that cycle is, look, start and finish, 1 to 10. So you're moving away from this heartbroken energy and speaking your truth. And I do feel almost like you've just reached a point where enough's enough. I'm sick of doing all the heavy lifting in this connection. There, you know, in the present situation, the cards are advising you to go within and heal. Focus on your mind, your sanity, your fulfillment, your happiness, your mental stability, your mental health. Take what resonates. But now's the time in this present situation for you to just put you first. I do feel whoever this connection is, they're going to come forward with some form of communication. With the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups here, I do feel that there is going to be... Pages are quite young energies, so I've got a feeling that this person, when they do communicate with you about how they're feeling with this Page of Cups here, look, I do feel that they're going to almost feel like they're the victim of this situation, and it's going to come across to you guys perhaps a tad immature and a little bit misguided. I'm not sure whether, you know, there's been resistance in this partnership for someone to just kind of grow up a bit, you know. That could be a possibility. Oh, I hate it when this happens, but we'll go with it. Okay, so, yeah. Whatever this situation is, a decision needs to be made. 2s are about making decision, but this card for me as well, the energy of this card is kind of like burying your head in the sand. I don't want to face it. It's very defensive. So whoever this person is that you've clashed with, I feel that they're feeling like they're the victim of this conflict, but they know actually in their minds, they know you're the one that's going to be in the driving seat in terms of the outcome of this relationship. Because I do feel that you've been carrying this burden for a very long time. Yeah, look, clarifying the 10 of Swords is the Page of... In this deck it says rods, but I call them wands. Okay? So, you know, the concept behind this, they're back-to-back, look, is dropping the burdens down and seeing some action. Interestingly, in the present situation, you've got 3 pages here. Page of Wands, which is about actions and passionate communication, I guess, but a little bit naive and young. And you've got the Page of Pentacles and you've got the Page of Cups. So whoever this person is, they're not yet their kings. They're not there yet. Emotionally, mentally, and in stability as well. Yeah. 4 of Swords clarified by the 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands for me is reflection. Contemplation is another 2. Decisions about how's best to move forward. Focus on your healing is my advice at the moment. You know, Contemplate what your next move's going to be. Make that decision for yourself and do what's right for you. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles is the Ace of Wands. My gosh, you've got 3 aces now, guys. This discussion, whatever this communication is that's going to happen in the 3D with this person, and they're going to come back with potentially their tail between their legs, it's going to force massive change. You know, I always laugh and joke about this, but, you know, the Ace of Wands to me is like Harry Potter's wand. It's about sort of waving your wand and making your wish come true. And I do feel a little bit like maybe this particular offer, when there's 3 pages in terms of the communication for this, I do feel that you're going to just be like, it's just not good enough. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I almost feel a little bit like the energy is they're going to come to you with this, and you're going to say, this is a bit more what I want. You know, I don't want you to talk about it. Anyone can communicate, anyone can talk the talk, but you've got to walk the walk and make that step forward emotionally. That's how I feel this energy is in the present situation for you guys with this person. Because they just feel a little bit, to me, juvenile in the way they act, with the Page of Wands, in the way that they love you, with that Page of Cups, and with how they support you. I almost feel a little bit like, here, Earth signs, you've been doing mum, dad, masculine, feminine, and you know, you've been taking on a hell of a lot more in this relationship, and it's now time for this person to take, you know, to step up to the plate. But it feels like they've got a lot more maturing to do, really, and you've got some pretty big decisions to make when you've got the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Wands here. Let's take a look at the future situation and see if we can glean any advice for you guys on this, Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn for this coming week. Readings are timeless though, guys, remember. So if you watch this at a later stage and it resonates, then the message is still for you. I'm just speaking in present tense because it's when I'm pulling the cards, okay? One last shuffle. Overarching energy for the future situation, justice. Again, balance. After the 6 of Pentacles, justice can also be a divorce. It could also be legal matters surrounding a relationship. Could be about your house. Woo. Yeah, we've got the Tower moment. I honestly feel that perhaps maybe this person in the present situation is just going to come forward with an offer with those, you know, and communication with all those pages that you're just going to say, do you know what, enough. And I think this situation is going to sort of potentially blow up whatever was left for that relationship for you and this connection, and you're just going to walk away. Because above on this, you've got 2 aces of wands, which is, again, as I said, new beginnings in the way that you deal with things. And I think you kind of just like, you know what, enough. I'm going to drop my 10 of wands. It's going to blow the relationship up, but I need to see change. I need movement with this 8 of cups here. You know, and you're walking towards that new beginning. Look, loads of sun, vibrancy here. New beginning is the Hangman. It's taking a bit of time out for yourself. Yeah, I mean, if you want my honest opinion and my honest gut feeling on this, I feel like this connection is going to result in a separation, really. So for those of you out there potentially contemplating a divorce and taking a step back, you know, in the future situation, this is what the cards are telling me. So I may well just be picking up on a very small collective of you. I mean, obviously the Justice card doesn't have to be divorce. It could just be a straightforward, you know, breakup, you know. This is not serving me, therefore, bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Let's take a look at overall outcome on the clarifying deck, please, for you in the future situation for my Earth signs. 6 of Pentacles, balance, balance, balance. And look, that's clarifying the Justice card. And also the Devil card is 6. So again, you know, yeah. Tower's clarified by the Sun, another major arcana, new beginnings, finding harmony and happiness within. Yeah, look, these two are back to back. You've got the 5 of Cups there, conflict again. Second time that's come up in this reading. Walking away from that mentality, walking away from being in, you know, being in a relationship that's not equal, where you're both, you know, investing the same amount. And your new beginning, look, is forward movement here, guys. So if you want my honest opinion, for those of you that are, you know, this resonates with, I can see a a relationship coming to a close here, involving you taking forward movement in a balanced way. Yeah, look, perhaps, you know, once you've moved out of that cycle, there's going to be some either some travel, or the communication in this breakup's going to happen quite rapidly, as in weeks rather than months. Okay, I'll pull you a couple of Romance Angel cards by Doreen Virtue, just to give you a bit of extra guidance for the coming week. See what these cards are saying for my earth signs, please. I want to do 5 because there's been quite a few 5s and it's conflict, so let's just see for one more. Top and bottom. You deserve love. You are lovable. Kind of mirrors what I've been saying about balance and deserving what you want. And calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation and visualizations help bring you together. So again, you know, as you leave one relationship, you make room for another. And, you know, the wish that you've got for whatever it is you're craving out of love or a connection or a partnership with somebody, your angels have heard you, you know, but you know, you've got to make space for that. Okay, so I'm going to pull you one additional card. These are the Daily Angel Oracles by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to do this for you guys as an additional bit of guidance for this coming week, and then we can bring the reading to a close. I hope you found it helpful. Sorry that the energy is quite heavy on this one, guys, but I can only tell you what the cards say. One more for 5 as well. Giving and receiving. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, in brackets give, or only inhale, in brackets receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. So this is again what we've been saying throughout this reading, is you are putting in way more than what you're getting back. And it's time to bring that out of balance, out of alignment connection. Either you walk away and you find somebody that's going to give you the same because you deserve love, or you stay with that person but with the right balance and the right boundaries in place. All right, darlings, well, I hope that's helped you, and I'll catch up with you next week. Take care. Bye bye.